Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. With a month of NBA action in the books, let's now take a moment to look at the Rookie of the Year race. Always exciting to see the new four. Things haven't been going so hot for him as he moves through his first year. Maybe, just maybe, he can pick things up and finish the season strong.
And as the Rookie of the Year race has taken shape here, these are the young players who are really standing out as the best of that freshman crop.
Well, this is an impressive rookie class for sure. You got to be really excited about these guys' futures.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks, we've got Devin Vassell. Mobley is out there with A-Train. Then it's Austin. Reed. And it's Martin in at the point guard position. And for the Heat, they've got John Morant. Julius Randle is out there with the Magician. Then there's Edwards. Coach, what did you like to see from your teams at this point of the season?
Well, you would think, Kevin, that at this point we would be making fewer mistakes, and especially mental mistakes where we break down. There's always going to be physical mistakes. You're going to have some turnovers. Hopefully they're not out of carelessness. But you shouldn't be missing rotations or not executing a play, not setting a screen. Execution and attention to detail should be good by now. Well, keeping his composure against defensive pressure inside. Nice work there by Morant.
Pass to you. Yep, it counts.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Randall. Now Morant. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Morant's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. It's good to see him being effective off the ball.
Outside, Martin. Shoots over Morant. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Pass to you. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Clock at 6. Vassell outside. And it's off from three-point range. Miami's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. You know, Stan, it seems like the Hawks have been close to taking that next step now for a couple of years.
It does, Kevin, but we're still waiting, unfortunately. There's talent there, but it hasn't translated into sustained postseason success.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Now here, the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Well, last year they were all over the glass. Their physicality is what helped define their identity.
Outside Edwards. A step back shot here. Nice jump shot. Good.
Effective use of the mid-range there by Edwards. He's a true 3-level scorer.
Back to Vassell. Pass to you. Morant against Martin. Shoots. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Now here's Morant. Last time 14 points for him. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Now Martin. Following the miss by John Morant from deep. Martin misses in close. The Heat trail by 4. Morant outside. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Morant's got 9 points. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. Martin up top, guarded by Morant. And it's Martin missing. Miami's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Reeves against Edwards. Pass to the Magician. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And the Hawks with possession here. Here's Hugh. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, recognizing the opening, and Mobley got it to his teammate there on a platter.
The Atlanta shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And Stan, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
And now a developing story in the NBA. Let's now go live to Shams Charania, who is checking in with the details. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. Even though it's still early in the season, the Charlotte Hornets are already making big moves. They've acquired Scotty Barnes, a name that fans and teammates are excited to see wearing their colors. and this athletic addition to the team can provide momentum-swinging plays on both ends. He is a spark plug that can really jumpstart big runs, and he's going to be readily welcomed on his new squad.
Always some exciting news happening in the NBA. We thank Shams for always bringing it to us. Nailed from three-point land.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Randall surveying the D. Pass to the Magician. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. The Magician's got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Morant. He's got 9. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer Randall. And the Heat, another 3.
And you don't see that kind of quickness from your bigs very often. Randall with great hands there.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Pass to Mobley. Back to Reeves. Vassell with it. For 3. It's rebounded by the Magician.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside Edwards. Over Reeves. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Here's Reeves. Here's Martin. A second chance effort. And Mobley lays it in. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And that's just opportunistic basketball. Mobley carving out space and then cashing in on the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Morant. He's got 9. Lets it go from deep. Mobley with the rebound. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, but then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
Randall outside. Morant scanning the floor. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup, and just couldn't knock it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. There's a minute left to play in the first. Randall passes to Santiago. Inside. And it's Morant missing. Atlanta leading by 5. Outside Martin. On the wing, Reeves. Pass to you. Mobley at the elbow. Martin from outside. The rebound by Edwards. Miami's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Randall with the ball. Edwards kicks to Morant. Driving to the basket. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? You give Morant about an 11 there?
Martin for 3. He's off on that one. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Hawks.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
And for Atlanta, Mobley is out there with A-Train. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then there's Parker, and it's Martin. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be. And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Atlanta shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he makes the first. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
And he makes both free throws. You know, these last few years, Stan, Atlanta has been outstanding on the offensive end. But boy, have they struggled on defense.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they can go to where they want to go unless they can just develop at least an average defense, and they haven't even been close to that.
And I know we've not seen a champion who is only one or the other. I mean, you've got to be a little bit of both, correct?
Yeah, Kevin, most of our champions, as you know, have been in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Thunder. Here's the magician. He's got 8, launches a 3, up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Here's Martin. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And this past offseason, Stan, was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
The first free throw is good. He's off on the second. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Murray kicks to Parker. Mobley inside, defended by Young. for the three. And with that, the Heat lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from A-Train.
You know, Jamal Murray has no problem being the facilitator when he sees open teammates.
Here's Young. No scoring in this one. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta. We've got a moment now to go to our rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. You take a look at the A-Train, a great player, second in the league.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Santiago, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they got to bring the double team on him.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Miami?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And another key for them tonight, attacking the basket. Taking it right to the hoop, never a bad idea.
Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
The magician no good. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Murray, the pass to Parker. Now you. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Lakers. Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Young. They set the screen. Miami no good on that time either. The Hawks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Martin. That one goes in. Martin's got 14.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Young from outside sinks the 3-pointer. Young's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
A volume shooter. Young takes and makes loads of threes.
And making his 3rd All-Star appearance last season, Trae Young, a guy who is filled with so much skill and elite play.
Well, look, Trae Young may be as much fun to watch Kevin, as any player in this league with his quickness, with his shooting range, and he is as creative a passer as anyone I have ever seen.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
He really is.
It's Young on the wing. And he converts the layup. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, such a creative finisher. Young will find a way, even with the defender all over him.
And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for Atlanta. And here is you. He's got 14. Parker outside. Pass to Martin. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's 17 points for Martin.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Young sets a screen for Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside, Martin. Pass to Murray. There's a screen by Murray. Here's Hugh. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat trail by 3. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points in the game.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Martin, the pass to A-Train. Nobody near Parker. Off target from outside. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Pass to the Magician. Heat moving the ball around. Young looking around. 4 on the shot clock. And there's another one for the Heat.
A high-level shot maker. Just a threat the moment he crosses half court. Young gun.
And here is Murray. Here's Hugh. Traps in the tray. A-Train's got 17 now.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And a deep 3 from Young. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Left side, Martin. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Now it's a 4-point Atlanta lead.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
1:32 left here in the second. Edwards, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can. So it's Miami now. Young outside. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? 1:02 left in the first half. Murray, the pass to Mobley. Here's Martin. From deep. Hugh with the bucket. A-Train's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
For Atlanta, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. And the first one drops. And some changes here for the Heat. Durant's checked in for Edwards. And it's Morant in for Young. D, he's checked in for Atlanta. He's perfect from the line this time. The Heat trail by 9. 29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to the Magician.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The Heat have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
And he can't get the first one.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. And he sinks the second. 20 seconds left in the first half. Martin against Morant. And it's Martin missing.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
7 seconds left to play here in the half. From deep three-point territory. That one doesn't drop.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Eric Spoelstra here with us. A lot of three-pointers allowed in the first half. How do you limit that going forward?
Well, there's been some airspace issues. I mean, there are a couple easy ones where we didn't rotate over on the weak side, but we're just not making that extra effort to get to the shooters.
And we know multiple effort is a big part of what you do. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
Well, right now for the Heat, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away, but do not slip.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Hawks.
Well, their offense reminds me of this halftime.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. A-Train has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
The Hawks leading by 8. They've got Julius Randle. Edwards is out there with John Morant. Then it's the Magician. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And it's Martin missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Edwards. Latrey. Edwards with confidence.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Outside Turner. Pass to you. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for... A three-point play. It's on Anthony Edwards. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Good decision there by Vassell in the two-man game.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that kick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Back to Martin. Turner with a screen on Morant. Martin wide open. He fires. Offline with his three. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. The shot from the low post is good. He's got 6.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Look at the numbers for Anthony Edwards.
Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 26 points a game last year, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
Absolutely. I wish I had 2 or 3 like him coming off the bench when I was coaching. If I did, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you guys.
Vassell wide open. No good on the triple. The Heat trail by 4. Over to the wing. Shoots. Misses, and he wants that one back.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Martin. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And using that improved court awareness, Turner continues to make plays out of the pick and roll.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Martin against Morant. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by you. Martin finds Reeves. Pass to Vassell. Back to Reeves. Good on the three-point shot. And now a 9-point Hawks lead.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
And here are the Heat now. Outside Edwards. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Ring shot on the way, and it's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Outside Martin. Pass to you. From downtown, and again Atlanta with the triple.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards, and it's Miami with another.
Man, Edwards gets great lift off the floor when shooting that jumper.
Morant against Martin. Pass to Turner. Here's Reeves. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right. Mobley kicks to Parker. Puts up a three. And Sarr pulls it down. The Heat trail by 9. Edwards passes to Sasha.
Oh, that was some power on that dunk. Well, excellent read there by Edwards. He saw someone had a better shot, and he got them the ball.
Parker outside. Mobley looking it over. Pass to Parker. Back to Mobley. Here's Vassell. Edwards defending. Vassell, no good. The Heat have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Williamson comes in for Evan Mobley. And Murray subbed in for Vassell. First one falls for. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Murray. Reeves outside. Pass to Parker. Williamson right side. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Williamson. And it's 6 points for Parker.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
What time it is? It's T-shirt time. Here they come.
Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. Number 5, the Hawks.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
And so Young will bring it up for Miami. Trailing here by 8. Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 10 points in the game.
Well, that's his bread and butter. Young's jumper is elite.
Murray, the pass to Reeves. Pass to Parker. Williamson right side. And it's Miami with the rebound. Covered by Williamson. Johnson left side. Sar with it. And there's the foul. It goes on cool hands. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Young against Murray. Lets it go with a 3. Young, no good. Atlanta leading by 5. Reeves finds Murray. 1:36 left in the third. Turner with a screen for Murray. 5 on the clock. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists now in this one. Young for 3. Again, Young missing. For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The Heat trail by 10. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Murray. To the paint. And he banks in the layup. 10 points in the game so far.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Atlanta's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. To the middle. Here's Williamson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, you have to be a great passer to average double-figure assists, and that's something Young has done multiple times.
Atlanta leading by 8. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Deep 2 from Williamson. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now, here is Young. He's got 10. Here's the 3. The shot, no good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay?
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Williamson out there with Devin Vassell. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Austin Reed. And it's Turner in at the 5 spot.
Well, Morant just puts so much pressure on the defense to make a choice on that pick and roll.
The Hawks leading by 8. Murray outside. Here's Williamson. Rebound by the Heat. The Magicians got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Morant. Outside Durant. Back to Morant. Here's the screen. Shoots over Turner. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. 18 points for the Magician.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Vassell. Williamson right side. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Charlotte Hornets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Well, the bottom line is this. When Zion Williamson is healthy, he is very tough for defenses to handle. You have to be very clear on your plan or he'll destroy you.
Edwards, he's checked in for Durant. A-Train, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Morant. Shoots the 3. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention, there's usually someone open.
And it's Vassell in the corner. Reeves outside. Williamson outside. A stupendous finish in traffic. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Well, look, it's not just dunks for Zion inside. He's got great touch in there as well.
2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Now Morant. Hugh with the rebound. The Hawks shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Murray the pass to A-Train. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Williamson looking it over. From outside the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. So the wing on the left. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 5 in the bucket from Edwards.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Reeves outside. Vassell kicks to Williamson. No good from outside.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. To the inside. And that one is good. 31 points for A-Train.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Here's Williamson. Vassell outside. Pass to Reeves. In the corner, Murray with it. There's 3 pointers off the mark.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Hawks. They've led by as many as 11 points. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move.
Martin's checked in for Atlanta. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Vassell outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Vassell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Heat trail by 4. Morant outside. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's you. Not a lot of room.
Number 7. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Martin. Reeves outside. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Williamson.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Pass to Vassell. Williamson right side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, when I was coaching, this guy was a nightmare. It was hard to game plan for him. His quickness causes major issues.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, the word dynamic really only scratches the surface with Ja Morant. The way he moves, his speed, it's all just on another level.
And the Hawks making a change here. Turner's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And here's Martin. This one for three. Another three for Atlanta.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Takes a three. Reeves with the rebound.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Martin up top, guarded by Morant. Martin with the bucket. And now a 7-point Hawks lead.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Making a change here. Williamson's checked in. Martin against Morant. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
Here's Reeves. Outside, Martin. Pass to you. Fires the three. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Morant against Martin. It's good. And the Hawks lead has cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Morant.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
Pass to you. There's the three. Trains it from beyond the arc. A-Train's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Atlanta leading by 7. Reeves outside. Pass to you. Three-pointer. Another three for Atlanta.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Martin with the block.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here and what looks to be a solid win for the Hawks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
It's Vassell on the wing. Pass to Reeves. Williamson outside. Now here's you. Tight defense on him.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
He lobs it up. There's 25 seconds left in the game. To the middle. It's stolen by Martin. Pass to Williamson. And so it's Atlanta with the W. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, A-Train.